Welcome YouTube, KGB here from the KGB Jester Show. Going over some duels today, basically, with my Disc Priest. The first one here you're looking at is a Death Knight. Now, and it's an unholy Death Knight. Now, this guy wasn't extremely good. Don't get me wrong. This guy was not the best kind of Death Knight out there by any means. His gear wasn't exactly, I think, 710, but mine's not either. But, um, and so he really didn't do a ton of damage. As Disc Priest, I found your healing is there. Your damage is there. People don't seem to think so. Like I even dueled against like a prop paladin and a blood DK. That was miserable duels. Literally, we both on both duels. One of us had to give up. I dueled a Blood Death Knight for almost 20 minutes. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. Fun, but ridiculous. I did a prop paladin. I think it was about a 10-minute duel with a prop paladin before I just ran out. It was the most boringest thing ever. But I mean, it's just because of all the self-healing, and a lot of people don't like Disc Priest right now. A lot of people are really irritated with the fact of how their healing is. So the second duel we're going to go into is against this rogue. This rogue really should have beat me in this duel. I mean, in all honesty. But the thing is like, once a rogue has opened, and I'm pretty sure this one was Assassination, once the Assassination rogue opened and got everything out, he had nothing left. And I basically healed myself through what he did, and he knew that at that point the duel was pretty much over. He'd already blown his cloak, he'd already blown his vanish, he'd already blown everything that he could blow, so he knew the duel was pretty much over. You'll see he'll just kind of stop and just start typing because he knows that I can basically heal myself up and he won't be able to see, like right there. He stops, he's like, fuck it. I know I've lost. And then he's like, the damage that this does is surprising. Now, in order to get that damage, it's basically you have to use that Schism. Schism gives you that 30% increased damage for the next like 3 seconds. So you've got to time what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So basically, you use your, the spell that took over Holy Fire, and then your Shatter Word Pain, and then try to get out 1 or 2 bolts of your penance on them. And then, we switch over to this third duel where I had no cooldowns, no nothing, and went against a damn Fury Warrior. Big mistake. Fury Warriors put out a massive amount of damage and fast. As I mean, you can see I was like duel as I'm at 25% health. Like, I was like scared. I was like, holy shit, I spent the entire duel basically running from this guy. Now, I mean, of course, he's supposed to stick to me as much as he can. But, I mean, the thing is with Disc Priest is we have a lot of survivability in those tough situations. And then basically with how our shield is working, if you use the cooldowns that they give you in the shields, man, it's amazing. So don't just not give it a shot. Get out there, find these guys, and test the abilities. I know that's like the scariest thing. When learning a new class or relearning a bunch of new stuff, is you don't want to go out and look like an idiot because somebody's gonna be like, oh, you're a noob because you didn't do this or you didn't do this. How many times I got called a noob before I realized the basics. I mean, when I first started making YouTube videos, I was a clicker, so I mean, God, I got so much hate from that. That was ridiculous. I feel like you guys have the ability as a Disc Priest now to go out and be an actual battle priest. I'm going to start titling all of my videos Battle Priest. I know there's people out there that do it and have done it, and it's awesome. I love the fact that my priest is now a viable DPS with PvP. Now, in PvE, definitely not. I don't have any of the, I don't have as sustained, I guess I do have sustained. I just don't have burst. I don't have, anything crazy, So, I mean, as a PvP, you're just going to outlast everybody. I think this one is against a marksman hunter. No, survival. This guy's a survival hunter. I couldn't find a marksman or the other hunter. I couldn't find any druids that wanted the duel. I couldn't find any retribution paladins. They are all like, well, if you're going to be a dis priest, then I'll be a tank. You know, they were all, you know, potting it out like that. But I mean, in the end, they did really well. Everybody's out there learning the new classes, learning the new traits, and I mean, getting me down is it's not hard for any class. It's just you got to know when to spell lock a disc priest, because you screw up and you spell lock a penance and he still can heal. So, you know, you make sure you keep your stuns and keep your spell locks for when he's casting Shadow Mend, not penance. Make sure that if you do, you know, kick his penance, then stun him right after, because he's going to cast Shadow Mend, and that heals for a lot, especially if he's got that one talent. But this is KGB, and I appreciate you guys watching me. If you like the video, please like, sub. I will be doing more, and let's hope that the Battle Priest continues. KGB, out.